Warzone is dying, guys, and it's not from just cheaters and hackers. There's a lot of other things going into it, and I just want to break it down for you guys today. Happy Monday. Let's jump into it. All right, you guys, so if you guys haven't seen this before, this is called Google Trends. Basically, it shows you everything that's searched up on Google, YouTube, all that good stuff, so you can kind of know what's being searched on the internet. Pretty much put anything in, but today I put Call of Duty Warzone and I put Fortnite there just as a comparison. So I didn't want to jump too far into the analytics because I want to talk more about what's actually going on in the game, but I wanted to give you guys some information on what's going on with Warzone. So Warzone, as we know, started off pretty good, and it was probably the best part of the pandemic last year. The game absolutely came out at like a perfect time and just absolutely peaked. And then earlier this year, it got really close right here in April to almost being as searched as Fortnite, which is really hard to do because obviously everyone knows Fortnite has a giant kids player base. Call of Duty is more of like I would say an adult game, I would say, but obviously it's a kids game. I've been playing it since I was a kid, but I'm 26 years old now. Well, actually 27. I just turned 27 last week. I've been playing it for 15 years. So obviously there's more people that have been doing that as well than a game that's only been out for 4 years. And I know so many kids that still play this game. I have cousins, I have friends, kids. There's all kinds of people that love Fortnite and they play it to this day. And it's not surprising that there's more search history on it. But you can see here like how much more it is. It got really close here in April, but in general, it is like staggering. Like 10 to 53. That means there's 5 times more searches of Fortnite than Warzone, like, which is absolutely kind of nuts because when you think of Warzone, you think of it as one of the biggest games in the world when you're talking YouTube and streaming, because when you look at streaming platform, it's usually right about the same amount of viewers because Tim the Tatman carries it right now. Nick Merckx is probably going to come back to it because Apex is like really going bad. And just for like another comparison, I'll throw like Apex in here to show you guys like where this game really sits right now. And you can see Apex has a much smaller community, but the last month it wasn't that far off. You can see it's 10, 35, and 4 now. So Apex gets about half of the searches that Warzone gets, but Fortnite is just substantially higher, about 3 to 5 times more bigger than it is actually. So, which I just wanted to show you guys those stats before anything, but I really am just going to talk about where the future of Warzone is going right now and why the game just isn't recovering. So, in my opinion, right now, Warzone is in a spot that they've never had to deal with before. Call of Duty is that franchise that they come out with a new game every year, gets the people excited, they make their money. Most people stop playing it after about 2 to 3 months, if they're lucky to get that far. And then from there, basically, you just kind of forget about Call of Duty until either A, a big tournament comes on, or B, they come out with something cool in the game and your friends are like, you have to check this out. It's a cool map, blah, blah, blah. Which they've done better over the years. Back in the day, you had to buy all the expansions and stuff like that to get more. What were they even called back in the day? They were expansions technically, but they're called something out. DLCs. And you had to pay for them. And then now they're free, which is great. And Call of Duty did a good job with that. But at this time, it's not like people are getting excited about multiplayer a year later. People are in love with Warzone. Just Warzone in general. So obviously I was searching Call of Duty Warzone in that search because I searched Fortnite and I searched Warzone because I don't want to bring multiplayer into this because honestly multiplayer is even smaller for Call of Duty right now, which is kind of sad to say, but it's just how it is. I mean, the game, in my opinion, is one of the most, or should I say least competitive games out there. People are out there every day now. There's 2 kinds of gamers. There's people that are trying to make content for gaming, and then there's people that want to be professional gamers. Or you're just getting into gaming and you like to play with your friends a little bit. So I guess there's 3 kinds, but for the most part, when you play like Call of Duty or Valorant, for comparison, like you want to be the best in the game. And where Call of Duty is lacking substantially right now is there's no rank system. There's a really bad rank system in League play in Black Ops Cold War right now. Really bad. They got it right back in World War II, and they haven't implemented it again, which doesn't make sense to me. But you think about Warzone, and how long can you go with cranked up skill-based matchmaking? Like, obviously you only have fun in the real bot lobbies, other than like some really cool endings, which you guys never even get to see, because there's games where like, it's unfortunate for YouTube, I will say, because like some of like the more fun games of Warzone are like those like 5-7 kill games that aren't really exciting until like the very end, and you get to see those crazy endings. And if you're there for like a live stream or something like that, it's absolutely nuts, because people don't really care about the kills that much when you're watching like a live stream. But on a YouTube video, everyone wants to see high kills and then add that crazy ending at the end, and it's an absolute banger. But at the end of the day, there's no rank system. Like, how long can we really go without like, it's not gonna, like, wins don't feel like wins anymore. Like, it's not hard to win games. I think I have 200 something wins, and it feels like that to me. Obviously I might be different than some of you guys. I played Fortnite for a long time and have thousands of Fortnite wins. So winning BRs aren't like a crazy thing to me. If it is to you, I apologize, and I don't want to take it off as like a bad thing of winning games. Like, winning games is always fun. I think I just hit 100 resurgence wins too. Let's see. But what I was going at with that is like, they need to figure out something to keep people playing. Like, you want to keep people playing in a game like Warzone, you need to have something for people that to grind for. Right now, the main one that I have seen recently, which is very interesting if you ask me, if you go to wins on the leaderboard here, this got brought up on Twitter this week, and it was very interesting to me. So you go to all, and we'll look at the top players in the game right now. Almost every one of these guys are cheaters. Look at that. The first, what is that, 8 are just cheaters. Straight up. Like, yeah, you got 213 million wins, or however many that number is right there. I'm not even going to try to count it, but 21, I don't know. I'm not even looking at it if close enough. But essentially, that was what you used to grind for back in the day. Fortnite, you grinded for it. I remember grinding for it right when Call of Duty used to come out, multiplayer releases. I'd be like, how high can I get on the leaderboard today? And so, like, at this point, like, obviously, most of these guys like OP Marked, Iron, they're guys that literally play this game like 15 hours a day to just keep grinding those wins, which good for them. They can do it. They're absolutely nuts. But what I'm getting at with this is, look at those spots. The top 8 spots in the game right now are just taken from people. Like, there's nothing to grind for. Like, and obviously, I think they could do better with, like, when a new season resets, like, have a season leaderboard so then people can grind for that season. Because, like, that's something that gets people wanting to play the game, in my opinion, because it gives you something to work for. And even if it's just like a stupid emblem, like this season you got 100 wins, this season you got 10 wins, this season you got 20 wins, something like that. It's something that you at least get to show off that you were able to pull that off. Because at this point, wins are just wins. I mean, these people have 4,000 wins. I mean, you want to win games, it's really not that difficult at the end of the day. But we need something to grind for. Obviously, Call of Duty's always been a grindy game, especially in multiplayer. Like, people like to talk about like grinding for camos and that kind of stuff, but like in 2021, does anyone actually want to grind camos anymore? Like, is that fun for anyone? I think it can be if the game's good, but that's the next thing I kind of wanted to get into here. People are really not excited about Vanguards, and I don't blame them. First off, I think that I personally, as someone that has played Call of Duty for 15 years, I filled out a survey the other day. I did a 30-minute survey that Call of Duty sent over to me, and I gave them my harshest feedback I've ever given on a Call of Duty game, because Vanguard is literally just like a reskin of Modern Warfare, which there's nothing wrong with it because the gameplay felt good in Modern Warfare 2019, but the issue with it, to me personally, is competitively, it was horrible. And in this one, it's like, they already have like leaked Call of Duty League settings, and essentially they're taking away, like, breaking down some of the buildings. Some of them won't be able to be broken down. Most of the kill streaks aren't good. So like, they're not building the game for competitive play. They're building it for just like simple everyday players, which there's nothing wrong with. But I think the way that they're building their Call of Duty League, like, it costs 25 million a season to have that team there. Like, are you build the game to a competitive like state, which is my number one thought. If you guys have been around my stream or anything like that before, I do live streams here on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. I might just be switching to YouTube eventually, but as of right now, I'm doing both because I need to get in a better workflow of like pressing the record button and whatnot. But what I wanted to get into here is basically Call of Duty releasing a new game every year is never going to show us who's the best team. Yes, you can, like this year, FaZe was the best team. They were the best team for pretty much the whole year. They had a couple slip-ups here and there, but one year isn't enough to like build a competitive game. There's so many flaws in Call of Duty, so like the first 3 months of the game, they're just working out kinks. Warzone is the same way. They've been working out kinks ever since they put the Cold War guns in. Even since the beginning, there's always weapon tuning going on, which I think in Warzone, they almost over weapon tune, where it's like, all right, the meta is fine right now. If people want to use this gun, just let them use it and like fix some of the bugs. Give us something to be excited about. Like, you can only tune weapons so much, which I think they actually done a really good job with tuning them. But it's like this last patch, it was just like, why? Like, you didn't need to change you didn't need to give more recoil to the XM4 for no reason. It wasn't broken. So like, why are we doing that? Like, that stuff is what keeps Call of Duty from not being competitive in my mind. Like, yes, games like League of Legends, which is Valorant, which are probably like the two biggest esports in the world right now. Throw CSGO and Dota in there. They constantly do updates, but it's usually like once a month. So you can like really see like, there was an argument I've seen once from some League of Legends players, because I used to play League of Legends a lot. The argument essentially was, when you update the game too much, players can't adapt fast enough. Like, you have to like let the game like and let players find out what's like OP and like what's broken, and then once that's figured out, then nerf it. Like, within like a week of changing things. Like, that's the number one pet peeve I have of this game right now, and I think everyone feels the same. As like, a gun's really good, they know the gun's really good, they choose which gun's going to be really good, they put a skin in the shop for it, they make a ton of sales on the skin, and then they nerf the gun. It's like clockwork at this point. Like, everyone knows it's going to happen. So like, for me personally, I've always been a person that in a free game like Warzone, free game like League of Legends, free game like Fortnite, I love to spend money in this game, in those kind of games, because I'm like, it's free. Like, I want to give some money to the developers and that kind of stuff. But when you're gonna nerf something right away, like, there's just no shot. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure you can see how many things you've ever bought here. You're at Bundle Locker. I have literally are these mine? Yeah, they are. I literally don't buy anything. Look at that. Got like 4 things here, but those have to be old. If I really only bought 4 things ever, there's no shot. I've definitely bought more than that. It's only showing the Black Ops ones. I don't know why it's not showing Modern Warfare. it's confused. But see, another bug in the game right there. But essentially, at the end of the day, like, I just want Call of Duty like in a perfect world, which I think they do it best actually in their mobile game. Which, yes, people are gonna probably be like, Call of Duty Mobile sucks. Call of Duty Mobile sucks. Yes, I don't play Call of Duty Mobile much, but they have a good time period for the game. They come out with new maps all the time, and the guns stay relatively the same, and they add a couple guns here and there. I mean, a game like Call of Duty needs to be the same game every year. If you want to change up a mechanic here and there, like a dolphin dive instead of a slide cancel or something like that, go for it. You can change that within the settings or whatever you want to call it, the back end of the game. You can totally fix something like that in the coding. But when you're just implementing a new game every year, you're never going to hit the peak. Like, no one's ever going to hit the peak like as good as they are. Like, you can say like, oh, FaZe was just way better than everyone. I guarantee you, if they had a second year on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, there would be a team that came out of nowhere. Like the Seattle Surge, when they came to LAN this year, it's like almost upset like multiple teams. It's like, if you give a game enough time, people start figuring things out. Even at like the slightest things, like you get to the point where it's just perfected. And so that's something I would love to see with Call of Duty going forward. Will it happen? I doubt it. They make way too much money on sales. So it's like, I mean, I'm part of the reason. I mean, I buy every game. I already pre-ordered the freaking $100 version. So it's like, I don't know, guys. Call of Duty is in a interesting spot. And I know why, and like, that's why it's dying. There's nothing to like, for me personally, at least, when I log on every day, I have every gun unlocked. I pretty much have every gun maxed except for maybe like the M60 and like one other gun in the game. I have like every gun like completely maxed. So like, do I want to just go grind camos? No. Do I want to go grind wins? Not really. Do I want to get high kill games? Yeah, I do, but skill-based matchmaking is cranked to unbelievable heights right now. So it's like I can turn a VPN on and like kind of cheat, and hopefully I get an easier lobby, but like still doesn't happen most of the time. It's just a weird time to play Call of Duty because like there's two kinds of people that play Call of Duty. There's people that play for objectives when you play multiplayer, and then there's ones that play for kills. And it's still the same thing. You can either play for wins or you play for kills in Warzone. So it's like, with skill-based matchmaking cranked to infinity and beyond, it's like impossible to do both. Because that's how I've always played games. I always wanted to be the most objective time, and I wanted to get the most kills. Like, that's how you truly be a good Call of Duty player. Like, people that sit in the back and like get a 4KD because they're sitting there in the back sniping and like going like 20-2 or 20-1. You're like, congratulations, man. You hit your shots on shots that were really easy to hit. But if you're in there, like, doing your objectives, like, that's why what people don't think about with pro players, and pro players, like, yeah, it's kind of nuts that, like, Scump has, like, a 4KD this year when no one else has a 4KD. It's like, I'm not talking about competitive. I'm talking just, like, online play. They run around and they do objectives and they kill everyone. So that's like the difference in like the skill gap of Call of Duty. But it's really hard with skill-based matchmaking. And that's why multiplayer is probably the worst it's ever been, and why no one really uploads it anymore. Everyone just went straight to Warzone because it's a little bit more exciting, and the game just, it's more searches at the end of the day. I mean, for most YouTubers and people like that, analytics are huge. You're looking into your analytics daily, trying to figure out what you can do to make your game and your channel better. So going forward, I don't know what Call of Duty's going to do. Vanguard is not looking super exciting. I think the guns and like the reticles and stuff look pretty good. Like, it looks like a solid game, and there's going to be a ton of maps. I don't know how it's going to be competitively. They haven't said a single thing about ranked, which is really disappointing if you ask me. But I think for me personally, I'm going to grind it like I typically do off the bat. But if they don't do something soon, we might be looking for a new game to play. I don't know. We got New World coming out this week, which is very interesting for me because I'm an MMO lover. I've always played. First game I pretty much, like my entire childhood, the main games I think of are Call of Duty and RuneScape, like, and Halo. But like RuneScape was like my favorite game of all time. Still to this day, for a small company to do what they did with that game is just unbelievable. Weekly updates, like, insane. And then I play World of Warcraft forever. People that have been around my stream, I've streamed that before. I just love those kind of games. They're fun. It's different than shooting people every day. Like, you have to have a break every once in a while than shooting people in the head. Like, it's not 100% healthy to shoot someone in the head all day every day. So I don't know. We're gonna see where the channel goes. I am planning on it being a Call of Duty channel still, but as everyone knows right now, Call of Duty is down bad in searches, down bad in views. Just about everyone I know is down at least half their average views, if not more, for the most part. There's a few channels that are still doing okay, but that's luck of the draw with getting in the algorithm at the right time and all that good stuff. But for the most part, Warzone is down bad on views and everything right now. And so for me, as someone that I want to do this full time someday, if you don't know, I don't do this full time. I work full time. Literally this week, I have to work overtime for my job, so I'll be working overtime, and then I'll be streaming, and then I'll be making YouTube videos, and then going to bed and getting about 4 hours of sleep, and then doing it again every single day this week. So it's gonna be a busy week for me. But I did just want to come out here and like kind of give you guys a statement on like where Call of Duty is, why it's failing, and all that kind of stuff. And then also say like, hey, in the future, I might try to play some other games, just because like I have so many friends trying to get me to play Fortnite again. I was really good at Fortnite back in the day, and there's just a lot of stuff going on in video games. So I want it to be Call of Duty, but we'll see what they end up doing, guys. Obviously, Call of Duty is what this channel's been built on. I got 500 plus videos on my channel of Call of Duty in the last year and a half. So please, Call of Duty, do good things. If you guys did enjoy something like this, make sure you guys do come check out one of my streams. I do like to just talk to you guys and like hang out at the beginning of my streams. Then we go a little bit hard playing video games, and then in between games and during games, we just like to talk with you guys, hang out, and talk about all this cool stuff that you can in the world. So appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so you can find your way to those live streams or find your way to the next videos. Like the video and Comment below what you guys think about the state of Call of Duty right now and if Call of Duty is going to recover. So I would love to hear you guys' opinions. Have a wonderful rest of your day and peace out.